busting my balls, Billy, okay?
I can already tell that I don't like you.
Fuck you, bust on my ball.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
It might be your first ball job.
Yeah, of course.
How long did it take for the guy to come?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bustin' Balls. I'm your host, Eric Pennell. What's going on, man, huh? How's life? I seen Ellen DeGeneres season 18. How the fuck has Ellen DeGeneres done 18 seasons? How much money does she have, right? And she's miserable? Like, she's walking around miserable? That just shows you, like, you know, miserably, like, treating people like shit. Can you imagine having that shitty show for so many years and you're still, like, a bitter asshole? Like, and then today, I guess during the monologue, she brings it, she brings up the topic of the work environment in her monologue.
A lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
As everybody like that works on the set is just like rolling their fucking eyes in the background, right? Like where they're like, "You fake phony chick, what are you talking about? Everything's changed. You yelled at us before we started airing this, probably."
There were also articles in the press and on social media that said that I am not who I appear to be on TV.
Yeah?
Because I became known as the Be Kind lady.
Yeah, no. You know what's funny is if you hear Adam Carolla talk, he said he was at a wedding where Ellen DeGeneres was at, and everybody's having a good time, everybody's dancing. The whole time, who wasn't dancing? Ellen DeGeneres. Right? And he always brings up, like, is she the dancing lady? Because every episode she'll come into the show dancing like she's like the fun lady and stuff. He said the whole wedding, no dancing. So, I mean, he always brings up, does she want you to appear like she's the fun, I'm the dance lady, or is she really that? Or it could have just been one wedding. Who knows?
Here's how that
Maybe
happened.
she had a sprained ankle.
I started saying be kind to one another after a young man named Tyler Clemente took his own life after being bullied for being gay. I thought the...
Wow. Okay. So this is a trick that these fucking PR companies and celebrities and companies always try. That, you know, they bring up. It sounds like a gay Hispanic person of color, which, you know, I don't know why that matters anything. It's so funny when you just say, some guy killed himself. But no, what they're trying to do is they're trying to like virtue signal gay, Hispanic, getting bullied, aka, you know, homophobic. You know what?
The world needed more kindness. And it was a reminder that we all needed that. And I think we need it more than ever right now. Being known as the Be Kind lady is a tricky position to be in. So
now she's trying to make you feel sorry for her. Do you see that? She's trying to make you feel sorry, like, you know, you be kind, lady. Lady, they were accusing you were a twat, you know, on your own set that you have control of, that you've been doing for 17 years before this season, and you're making a shitload of money, and you sound like a miserable prick. And now you're bringing up that you're
I'll give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind lady.
Who the hell called Ellen DeGeneres Be Kind lady? Like, have you ever known her for that? Do you ever see her on TMZ cameras walking? It's the Be Kind lady. Nobody ever fucking heard that bullshit. What is she talking about?
Don't do it.
I know, Ellen.
The truth is,
what?
I am that person that you see on TV.
Yeah.
I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad.
What, an unfunny twat? I tell you, you know, dude, every once in a while, I think I heard Neil Brennan on one of the podcasts saying how funny Ellen DeGeneres is. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? When is the last time you watch any Ellen stand-up or anything that she's done and go, oh my God, she's like funny? Right? Like, you wouldn't even think Patrice O'Neal and Ellen DeGeneres were in the same business. Because, like, Patrice O'Neal was, like, as funny as you're going to get when you come to, like funny levels and funny meters. She ain't even in the same goddamn ballpark of that at all.
I'm mad. I get anxious. I get frustrated.
Oh,
I get impatient.
You get patient. I know. You've only been a fucking millionaire for 30 years. I mean, she's been doing this show for 17 years. She had the Ellen Show probably for, I don't know, 5 to 8 years before that. And she was on the Tonight Show in the 80s with Johnny Carson. This chick's been eating pretty good for like 30 years. And she's miserable? Why, people are getting up and going to like an oil refinery company. People are getting up to go work at the Dollar Tree and the goddamn Target, working the night shift stocking during COVID, but she's a miserable fucking cunt.
On all of
and
that.
she's got all the excuses.
I am a work in progress.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm especially working on the impatience thing.
Oh, are you?
It's not going well because it's not happening fast enough.
See, this is where it's at. Now she's mixing into funny. Listen, sounds like you were a twat. Do better, you fucking simple bitch. And nobody cares about your shitty fucking show, okay? That's it, Ellen. You know, that's about as simple as it gets, man. You don't got to make it all difficult. You could have just came out and just said, hey, I fucked up, you know? I'm not a nice person inside, you know? I'm just truly not. I seen that, Dr. Dre, billionaire Dr. Dre. It's funny how these, like, married billionaires are like, they're billionaires until they get divorced. Well, besides fucking whatever his name is, Jeff Bezos or whatever is, for fucking Amazon. They own everything. And, but Dr. Dre is getting a divorce right now, and his wife, this fucking lady, she goes to the attorneys for Record One Recording Studio claim Nicole Young has drained funds from the company's primary business account. The 50-year-old is accused of blatant and unjustified criminal embezzlement of corporate funds. A check for $363,571 allegedly written. Dude, it was $363,571.85. This bitch she probably took it all the way down to this, like, zero in the account. Why would she take the 85 cents that's left in the account? What is that about? Allegedly written a check. Written by, okay, so let me pull back here. A check for $363,571.85, allegedly written by Andre Young and addressed to herself, has been submitted as evidence of her draining the company. Jesus Christ. Young previously claimed her estranged husband secretly transferred assets into a newly created holding company. Sources close to Dre says the allegations are ridiculous and an attempt to embarrass him into submission, according to TMZ. Dude, that just, I get it. She wants the money. You know what I'm saying? She wants the money, and she feels like, first of all, I don't think she's going to get screwed out of it anyways. Who doesn't know Dr. Dre is a freaking, billionaire worth $500 million, you know? It's she's going to get plenty of money. Does anybody not think Dr. Dre's wife, that they live in California, which has horrible divorce laws that you hear about in California? You don't think she's going to walk away with a chunk of money? But I guess it's not enough, or it's not enough right now. People get so fucking petty, man. You know, I live in the state of Illinois, and Illinois has really bad divorce laws also. I was talking to a guy that his wife, after 18 years, starts banging a personal trainer, just like, the oldest story in the book. And he goes, but I was lucky. And I go, what do you mean you were lucky when you got a divorce? And he goes, well, here in the state of Illinois, if you're married 20 years or more, you could pay her alimony for life, unless she gets remarried or she has a live-in partner. And but she has to report that. Or you have to prove it in court, I would assume, right? And he said he was paying his wife $10,000 a month. So he wasn't going to pay her alimony for life. But if it's 20 or under, they figure out some math that you pay it for, I don't know, it's so many years, I think, per year that you were married. So he still has to pay her like a bunch of years. I wouldn't be surprised that guy's still paying her for, 8 to 12, 13 years. But it's not going to be for life. But he's still paying her $10,000 a month. And I mean, think about it. If you're paying somebody alimony for life, if you were married for over 20 years in the state of Illinois, and you were paying somebody $10,000 a month, who's going to get remarried? If you got a pension that's guaranteed to you for $120,000 a year, basically $10,000 a month times 12 months, that's $120,000 a year. Who's going to get remarried? Who's stupid enough to do that unless you marry somebody that it's going to benefit you greatly more than that? So it just benefits people just to go, no, I'm not getting married. And no, I probably won't, have anybody live with me, or I'll date people, but it's not going to be, so Dr. Dre's wife, that's, God, how petty is this, man? But I don't feel bad for Dr. Dre. Again, he's another guy that's been eating well for many years, whether people go, oh yeah, but during those years of, this and that, who gives a fuck? Is he going to walk away and still, eating nothing but good steak dinners and shit and driving nice cars and being a millionaire? For sure, dude. Let's be honest, huh? Let's be honest. And, Boy, I fucking NFL this weekend, huh? A lot of injuries in the NFL, huh? A lot of injuries, dude. Christian McCaffrey got banged up. Thank you, Saquon Barkley, for blowing an ACL out. You were my first pick in the ESPN Fantasy Football League. I do appreciate that, and I know people go, well, that has nothing to do with you, dude. What a shit comment to make, bud. Yeah, fuck you. He was a keeper from last year, asshole. All right, and he made me lose this week too. And then the guy I lost to is talking shit saying, what happened? What happened? Maybe my star player got hurt and the only 20 points you beat me by is the points he didn't get because he blew out his ACL. And now my first round pick for this year is screwed. And now I got to go on the waiver wire and try to pick one of these broken nobodies, and hopefully they sort of fill his shoes, which they're not gonna. They're not gonna. And you don't get too lucky on the waiver wire ever, most likely on the waiver wire, I'm going to pick somebody that's not even the guy. He's going to be the guy that I think's the guy, and then it's going to be another guy. Let me talk fantasy numbers just for about 3-4 minutes, and then I won't bore everybody else that isn't really a fantasy football guy. It looks like Aaron Jones had about these are the points in my league. So your league might be talliated. Is that a word? Talliated. The points might be added up a little bit differently. Aaron Jones had 45 points. Russell Wilson is killing it 2 weeks in a row, 43 points. Josh Allen, who knew, 42 points. Dak Prescott, 42 points. Dude, Cam Newton 2 weeks in a row is ripping it up, man. Matt Ryan's throwing missiles. Ryan Tannehill jumped up there and popped his head up. Kyler Murray 2 weeks in a row is doing well. Mahomes did fairly well. It's so crazy when Mahomes can get 31 points and you go, he did okay. That rookie Joe Burrows did really well. Who cares about Jared Goff? Calvin Ridley, 30 points, huh? Stephon Diggs, 30 points there. Higbee, the tight end, 28 points. Nick Chubb, running back, 26 points. Julian Edelman, 26 points. McLaurin, 25 points. Even before McCaffrey got hurt, he had almost 25 points. How do you say this guy's name? Jonnu Smith, 25 points. I mean, there's some people eating. That Cleveland backfield, man. Kareem Hunt had 24 points. Kelsey's doing his thing with 24 points. Jordan, I get hurt, every season. Reed for San Francisco had 24 points. Mike Evans was eating. Deontay Johnson is having 2 good weeks in a row. And most people are probably ignoring him. And Dallas looks like they have a tight end with this Schultz guy, huh? Yeah. And I ain't going to go through all of it right there, though. But damn, there was some injuries this week, man. There was some bad-ass injuries, dude. Not good. Not good. Ruining fantasy seasons, It is what it is, I guess. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be players this year getting COVID-19, and then there's going to be freaking players blowing out of ACL. So I guess regardless, you got to stay on that waiver wire, Oh, and then you got Jimmy G. Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt over there, man. Yikes, huh? And dude, the Patriots, I think, did they win or they lost? I think the Patriots lost. That's right. They lost to the Seahawks, man. I wonder if this is, at least the Patriots are in it. I mean, the Seahawks are clearly a good team, and it looks like Cam Newton is filling Tom Brady's shoes and then some. Maybe even with Tom Brady getting a little bit old, I wonder if Cam Newton is actually, stepped him up a little bit since Tom Brady left. Because I don't know, man. Look, arguably, if not the greatest of all time, but he's getting a little bit long in the tooth, okay? Let me take a drink of water there. That Herbert kid fucking came in for the Chargers, man, and he lit it up big time style, He came in and lit it up. This is what I'm saying. Boy, I watched UFC the other night, man, and Covington and Woodley fight. What happened to Woodley, man? Was he just making rap albums and not being that, he's what happened to him, man? Woodley, or did he just get long in the tooth also where he just doesn't have it anymore. It could be. It could be. I mean, it's and Covington is trying to do his thing, man. I mean, you can't, he's a younger guy maybe, and maybe it's one of those things where he's been there, done that, and Woodley really ain't on that. And look, I guess the fight world is like that. All right. I mean, and I'm talking shit over here. I haven't punched somebody since 8th grade. So look, Woodley, when you look at the guy, the guy's got a body like a fucking Greek god, man. And,
has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 19
man,
seconds.
Woodley broke a rib or something, man. He was going to lose regardless.
By TKO, Colby, KO.
Yeah, Covington. He wants his belt back, baby.
We don't have a belt for you tonight, but it was certainly a championship performance, and I'd imagine this one feels pretty damn good, Colby. Congratulations.
Damn right.
John and Nick, let me start off by saying you've been doing a tremendous job lately. You've been working so hard tonight, so let me take this off your hands for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, the silent majority is ready to make some noise. If you thought that was a beating, wait till November 3rd when Donald Trump gets his hands on Sleepy Joe.
This guy. What a troll, man. And I think Trump called him. I think Trump called him and said, thanks, bud.
Hey,
and
Colby.
I want to dedicate this fight to all the first responders, all the military out there.
You know what?
You know,
whether this guy's playing a character, which I do believe he's playing a character, and he's a bit of a heel. I mean, of course, people that know this. At least he's shouting out the first responders and saying what's up to them. I mean, opposed to like all these bandwagon fucking, whatever you think about Black Lives Matter and all that. Look, you can do whatever you want to do. All right. But not too many people are speaking up for it. Okay. And these guys are true heroes. LeBron James, he ain't a hero. Okay. He might be a hero to somebody else, but he ain't truly a hero. He's a gifted athlete. All right. And he's really taking advantage of that. But, these cops that are actually, when women are getting beat up, and like this guy that was in Lancaster, women are getting stabbed, and men are getting stabbed, and men are getting beat up, and workers are getting beat up. Who the hell is getting called and they show up, huh? It's the damn first responders and people like the police. And when people get injured, who's coming there and scraping them off the pavement and getting them to a hospital ASAP? It's the first responders. And I know a lot of people don't put like the EMTs and stuff in that whole thing. But all this defunding the police talk. I live in Chicagoland here. I live in Chicago, and we're going to have the highest murder rate that we've had in years this year. And I believe, people can say it's because of COVID and people are frustrated. Fuck you. How about it's people that are getting slapped on the wrist and it's encouraging that, you're getting $500 bonds and you're basically saying it's okay to be disrespectful to police officers and many other ways. And I don't have to describe how many different ways you're doing it, and people are acting up. And also we kill people here in Chicago every year anyways, but the numbers are going to be more than normal.
This world would not be safe without you guys. You keep us safe.
Amen.
And, not these woke athletes, man. I'm sick of these woke athletes and these spineless cowards like LeBron James.
Yeah.
Speaking of spineless cowards, Marty Fake Newsman, Street Judas, we got unfinished business. There's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. I'm coming for you. You're next.
Oof, Cody. Oh, man. Covington, huh? Letting them know. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. And I don't give a shit. I was looking at UFC's roster the other day, and I was looking at all the names in the roster. Nick Diaz is still in the UFC roster. I mean, I was looking it up the other day, and I couldn't believe it. Why is Nick Diaz still in the UFC roster? I mean, do they just got the guy under contract and he can't leave? Is that what is that really what it is? Because I don't understand how this dude is still. When is the last time Nick Diaz fought? I mean, it's gotta be. Yeah, dude, it can't be. Let me type it in here. Nick Diaz last fight. When was the last time he fought, man? It had to be a long time ago, man. Dude, is this true that he fought Anderson Silva January 31st, 2015 is his last fight? Because I don't understand it. I mean, is he just done? I mean, the guy, he's 37. I don't know why Nick Diaz wouldn't have been. I mean, was he hurt? I would like to understand. I don't know. I guess I'm not that plugged into UFC to know, why he hasn't came out and fought. I don't understand this. Because it's not like Nick Diaz, dude. You know how bad people would love to see Nick Diaz fight? Could you imagine if Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz fought on the same night? That would be. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me. They have to do that after COVID though, because that would be such a giant freaking big payday, man. Big ass payday. I seen that the Big Ten football season is going to resume in October, which is good to see. I don't know why they didn't play without fans in the stands, or they could have just did a certain a certain number of fans in the stands. But finally, they came to their senses, and they got their shit right. And before we go out of here, man, I tell you what, how people say that like this life ain't that good. How many fucking fat girls do you see in commercials now? You're telling me life ain't that good? I remember back in the day, you never seen a fat girl in a commercial. Now I see every third commercial has like fat broads in it and stuff, and I'm like, dude. That's why, years ago in the 80s, you would have never seen a fat chick in a commercial unless she's getting clowned. Like you would never see a fat chick or a fat dude unless he's getting clowned. Now, that's all you see is like fat, sloppy chicks. The mannequin. Dude, I was at Target, and even the ads that they have in Target, they have fat girls in their print ads where I go, oh my God. Some of these chicks are so obese that I don't even know. Like, how do women look at that and go, that looks cute? Like, how does a skinny chick look at like a fat girl in a sweater at Target, like in a print ad, and go, I don't even know if that like fits nice on me, And I know it sounds mean and everything like that, but all these people that act like, America and the world is so bad in 2020, it's like, you need to shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? We got Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. We got fucking online Amazon shopping and shit like that. You got to be kidding me. You got Netflix with all their goddamn kitty porn on it. That Netflix, man, I hope they do lose money because they put that fucking cutie pies on there. They should not be, dude. How the hell were they filming that cutie pies? And they see these little girls like dancing all sexy, and they don't go, like somebody on the set doesn't go, hey, should we be doing this? And then people, like even in the editing room, like where people don't question, I know you're just doing a job, but it's like, is this poor taste? And I get it, where people are like trying to be edgy. Don't be edgy with fucking little kids and doing that shit, man. Because kitty porn is like pedophiles are real. And I don't want to be that dude, but like more and more you start to see like things being brought to the light. Like that fucking law that they just did, that they approved, that Gavin Newsom, the fucking little Judas, he approved that law where you could have sex, same sex with somebody that's like within 10 years. How disgusting is that? Why would that even be brought up? Why would that even, you're trying to make equal rights for fucking pedophiles? I get it. I'm for America, but I ain't for that shit right there. And I know people go, that's just the way, that's how liberty comes. Man, you're about to get fucking thumped on. What are they doing? And that, again, that hit many desks also, and people go, thumbs up, approved. The fuck is wrong with the world, man? I tell you what. Bustin' Balls Podcast on Twitter. Bustin' Balls Podcast on Instagram. Eric Pennell Comedy on Facebook. Eric Pennell Comedy on Instagram. Bustin' Balls Podcast on TikTok. Get at me, dog. How about that? Share my podcast, okay? Put it to somebody. Send it to your goddamn friends through your text messages and stuff and say, this is good shit. Listen to this guy. He's talking about how pedophiles ain't shit. And if you don't want to pass it around, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? You're probably high right now, or you're probably farting and, taking a shit on the toilet listening to me, or in your car. Probably Uber driving people around, so I apologize about taking a shit in the car type thing, and sorry, guys. And, guys, keep that COVID off you and jump on that waiver wire for fantasy, okay? Go after those damn running backs. There's some running backs out there. These players get hurt. They got handcuffs, man. Just make sure you pick the right one. Bustin' Balls Podcast. Thank you for listening.